So, Teardown on the Covenant. Covenant was a movie made in 2006, directed by a guy called Rennie Harlan. Now, I can't really blame the director for the mehness of this movie, because the director, Rennie, has been known for movies such as Die Hard 2, Cliffhanger, and Deep Blue Sea. So those movies were pretty good, somewhat passable. Iffy on Deep Blue Sea, but that's meh, sharks. Um, so can't really blame him for that. However, I found the weak link, and that is the screenplay was written by a guy called J.S. Cardone. Now, he is responsible for such fucking visual travesties as Prom Night, Alien Hunter, and The Mummy and the... What the hell is that? Armadillo. I shit you not, that's actually a movie. Check IMDb. This guy fucking wrote this, and it is fucking... I haven't even watched it, but I guarantee you it's probably more entertaining than The Covenant. But yeah, this fucking is a train wreck. So I watched The Covenant back when it first came out, back in 2006. Back when I was, one of those cherry-faced young machinima makers. Before I became the twisted hunk of crap that you see before you. And I was like, meh, this movie's not fantastic, it's pretty shitty. Yeah. So I've rewatched it, as all of you guys have requested me to tear this movie down and tear it asunder, so I decided I'll fucking check this movie out again. And rewatching it, I realized how mind-numbingly boring it was. You see, most of my teardowns include shit like, this is so unbelievably bad, or so away from the original material, or so fucking cheesy that it needs to be ripped on. The Covenant, I can't even say that about it. It's just so boring. It's just such a mind-numbing tedium. The first half of this movie is so unrelentingly shit. Like, I can't say it's shit because of plot, because there isn't one. I can't say it's shit because of the special effects, because they're crap. They're passable for 2006, not right now. But basically, the whole story, from what I've gathered watching this like twice now, is that there's four guys who, by the way, look unrealistically good for high school students. Like, there's no worn out look in their face, there's no fucking tiredness, there's no track marks on their arms, there's no dopiness in their face. There's none of that look in their face to say, you know what, if I don't pass these grades, I'm gonna end up fucking shelling burgers at Burger King if I'm fucking lucky. If not, I'll die in a dumpster. None of that. So, first off, that's unrealistic. Nobody looks that good in high school, ever. I don't care, even if you're one of the attractive kids in high school, you don't look that good, because you still got bloodshot eyes. So apparently these four guys have powers, supernatural powers that are gifted through the lineage of their family or some bullshit. Basically, they're witches, which makes no sense considering that they're all guys. Technically, you're a wizard, Harry, pops into my head, but then again, a lot of things pop into my head. And apparently the whole, main thing that they're driving at this movie is that when one of them reaches 18, they become more powerful. So, but literally, the first half of this movie, you watch it, it's dull as crap. It basically screams to me, it's like the blueprint for Twilight. Unrealistically good-looking people having a love story that involves supernatural crap. And all of it is bullshit, boring, and makes you want to knife yourself. I mean, I swear to God, anybody who actually paid money to see this in the theaters, I feel so bad for you. There is not enough popcorn in the world for you to drown in. This is just so fucking dull. And then, towards the middle of it, you think, maybe it's going to start picking up. Maybe these guys are going to actually use their fucking powers instead of making a car fly. We're going to see some witchcraft or some interesting spells or curses or something. No. What happens is, one of them throws a hissy fit and the other guy throws them through some barrels. Woo. This is basically what happens when you give petulant fucking prepubescent teenagers force powers. Well, you don't like the way my hair looks? Boof! Fucking fly through the air. And that's pretty much it. I mean, literally, the whole end confrontation where the guy's like, Oh yeah, the little plot twist they tried to throw in there is the guy who's new, the guy who's being all extra buddy with the four main guys, turns out to be the bad guy. What a fucking shock. Like, nobody saw that coming in the fucking titles. Right? But I'm looking at this fucking movie and I'm sitting there going, okay, this cannot get any worse. This cannot, surely to God, this can't get any worse. So end confrontation comes around, and it's basically just an excuse to blow the rest of the special effects budget. And I'm thinking, if these guys are like witchy or whatever, or wizards or whatever the fuck they've got, surely they know some interesting spells. Surely there must be something they do, like spawn fire, or throw ice crystals or some shit. No, they all use the same gay-ass little force push, which basically is just a case of, hey look, pull on the retractable wire, woof. You know, there's like fuck all in it. It's like, throw him through the plywood set, gotcha, boof. Okay, now he's getting back up, throw him again, boof. You're like, oh, for fuck's sake, really? Really? This is dull as shit. Seriously, I could make something better if I was to fart against a fucking wall and then trace the dots of the shit particles that flew out of my ass. Seriously, fucking dumb as hell. And then it gets to right at the end, and there's a bit where I fucking cringed. I actually felt my jaw clenching at the point where this guy's like, I am now more powerful than you, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, he starts punching the air. And freaking, like, bubbles of what look like energy fly off and hit the other guy. You're like, really? Punching? You guys don't even, you can't, like, use any sort of incantation or nothing. You punch the air. And it gets even more ridiculous when he starts kicking the air, and it does the same thing. You're like, what the fuck is this shit? It's like Taekwondo for telekinetics? What the crap? This makes no sense. And I mean, like, the entire cast is so fucking weak and ridiculously lame. I mean, they've got, like, four main characters. Okay, I've watched the movie twice, and I can only remember two of the main guys. Sorry, three at a stretch. There's the normal one, who looks like that twat out of Twilight. There's the long-haired one, who's a tool. And then there's the runty little blonde one that reminds me of fricking, Malfoy from Harry Potter, who's a dick. The other one is nondescript. He looks too much like the original guy. The first main dude. He looks like him. I can fucking care less. Seriously. It is pathetic. It is like a prepubescent, hormone-filled piece of shit that doesn't even manage to get your fucking your interest. It doesn't catch you. It doesn't grab you and say, look at this. I mean, seriously. It's not a hard premise to do. I don't know how they managed to cock it up quite so badly, but you give teenagers superpowers and this is what you get? A bunch of whiny little bitches going, no, you can't use your powers, you'll die. Wah! Fuck off. You can do anything. If you're that fucking powerful, surely the fuck you could find something more interesting to do than make a car fly for like a minute or jump off of a really high thing without dying. You can do that without superpowers. It's called a parachute, you cock. Or a bungee rope. But this movie is lame as hell. Literally, the first half of the movie is so mind-numbingly boring that you could probably pass out in your own fucking food and die from inhaling it. Then the second half, when they try and ramp up the action, you get nothing more than a damp squib of bullshit. You could basically find more entertainment if you were to pull out a Swiss Army knife, throw it in the air, and start betting on which attachment will pop out and land in your thigh. This is a pile of crap. Do not watch The Covenant unless you're looking for a cure for insomnia. This movie will knock you out cold for the simple fact that it is so shit your brain will shut down to prevent damage. I have watched this twice now. As you can tell, I'm not happy of having to watch this piece of shit twice. I don't ever have to watch it again. So, that is one movie that I am consigning to the burn pile. Anyway, this has been my attempt at a proper teardown. It's been a while since I've done one of these, so you'll have to forgive the lack of visual stimuli, but I really didn't want to have to put you guys through the same shit I went through by displaying segments of the movie at the side there. Because, really, it hurts. It does. At least with like all the other teardowns I've done, I could have said, well, this is shit and this is why. Bling. Look at this crap. This is fucking stupid. Blah. This, I can't. The entire movie is the same. It's so fucking tedious. Why would I even freaking throw that up there to abuse people's retina with this shit? No. Enough. It's done. I'm over with. Give me like another week before you start posting requests for the next teardown, because you know what? My brain just gonna take this crap. Okay? I'm out.